Tough game.
Clock down to 7. Barrett outside the switch. Doncic goes, oh, what a great step! And then he hammers it home. Broke his ankles.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. The New York Knicks just lost to the Memphis Grizzlies in their season opener on the road, 115-112 being the final score in overtime. No Dillon Brooks for the Memphis Grizzlies. Obviously averages 18 points per game. Good defensive player, but they had another guy that stepped up we're going to be getting into. No Zaire Williams, a nice bench piece for the Grizzlies, or an upcoming nice contributor. Obviously second year coming out of Stanford, but then no Quentin Grimes for the New York Knicks, and someone else got an opportunity we're going to be getting into as well. And oh my gosh, it's just so crazy that we came back, but then we lost this game obviously in overtime, 115-112, because at the beginning of the game, you just knew this was the first game of the season. Like, if you're just watching this basketball game, both of these teams look very rusty offensively. Yes, John Morant right out the gate, wide open layup. I'm like, all right, that's the way we're going to start defensively. But then at the same time, it's John frickin' Morant. We know how amazing John Morant is when it comes to just him being just this blur in transition or even in the half-court setting, his athleticism, his high basketball IQ. We know he's an amazing player, and he absolutely killed us tonight. He had over 30 points. He had 33 points, and at one point we didn't know if we should go under or over screens because he was knocking down threes. He was distributing the ball. The defense was keyed in on him, which left some guys open outside on the perimeter. We didn't close out hard enough. Like, there's just so many things that the Grizzlies just killed us with. And outside of John Morant, was there another 20-point score? No. But I thought the Grizzlies killed us when it came to just overall fundamentals of boxing out, allowing offensive rebounds, just getting stops when it mattered most, getting these crucial rebounds, and just hitting shots when it matters. They stepped up when it mattered. The New York Knicks did not. And their key guy stepped up. And you could say our key guy didn't. Yes, Randle, being one of those key guys, did step up, but you know who I'm talking about. We're going to be getting to it, because if you're hating on Julius Randle tonight, you are just a loser. I don't care what anyone says. Everyone has their own opinion, and you know I'm very critical of Julius Randle. Julius Randle's not one of my favorite players, but tonight he played freaking amazing. You have to give credit when credit is due. Julius Randle's a beast on the boards. I thought he made high IQ basketball plays when the defense collapsed. He kicked it out. He found guys on the inside. He knocked down his shots. He was efficient. He finished with over 20 points in this game. He attacked. He was amazing. He had one very nice pass in a crucial situation to give us the first lead of the game. Found Brunson cutting, laid it up and in. Crucial part of the game. Randle did foul out in this basketball game, and yes, maybe you could say he should have been smarter when, like, at the end of this game when he fouled out. But I thought Randle played his heart out, and he was one of the key reasons we're in this game. We're down 19 points at one point in this basketball game. But one of the main things, like, not even just offensively, like, the defense was bad. The defense was so bad. It's the first game of the season. I'm not going to label us anything. But Jalen Brunson and Evan Fournier together out there on the basketball floor, like, I don't know how long we're going to keep this up. Evan Fournier's a veteran, though, so we knew he was going to have a longer leash or get the opportunity, especially when you have Tom Thibodeau, but then you also have to put context into it. Grimes is hurt anyway. You know, no Zaire Williams, no Dillon Brooks for the Memphis Grizzlies. Dillon Brooks, nice contributor, Zaire Williams as well. And then someone else is going to get an opportunity for the Knicks, like I mentioned. So, yeah, Cam Reddish hasn't shown enough, and Grimes is hurt, so we knew Fournier was going to start anyway. But just offensively, how lost they were, it was just disgusting to watch how bad the defense was. When the offense would start to get flowing, and like Brunson started to get something going a little bit, you know, after being into foul trouble, because like he had 2 fouls he picked up early, which kind of took Brunson's flow out of this game, and then he had 3 fouls like when he was in the second quarter, so we didn't want him to get that 4th foul, so I believe we took him out of the game when it came to before halftime. But defensively, piss poor. Fournier, just several possessions. I'm like, oh my gosh, this dude's a turnstile. He's just allowing guys to go straight to the basket. The dribble penetration was just so easy, and we saw what John Morant was able to do, but we have to give credit to the Memphis Grizzlies. Santi Aldama, he had nearly 22 points, or nearly 20 points this game. He had 18 points. He was efficient from beyond the arc, and I talked about it a little bit in my preview video, how, yes, Randle's stronger, but Aldama's 6'11", and he has some game. He just didn't get that much of an opportunity with the Grizzlies last year, and he killed us on the boards, and a lot of players killed us on the boards. You look at Steven Adams, he only had 2 points, but he had over 10 rebounds in this game. Xavier Tillman, in only 16 minutes, had 6 rebounds, you know. Tyus Jones, one of the smallest players out there on the floor, had like 3 or 4 rebounds, and then you look at Konkar, he had 10 rebounds, so yeah, take a look at this. So Konkar, 11 rebounds. Steven Adams, 14 rebounds. Aldama, 11 rebounds. We only had one player that had over 10 rebounds, and that was Randle with 11, and RJ Barrett had 8 points. But when you look at the starters and just think about how bad they played in the first half, the New York Knicks were not set up to win this game at all from the very beginning, and just how undisciplined we were. It's first game of the season. Again, I'm not going to label us anything, but we looked like a bad basketball team. We really did. We didn't have the athleticism. We didn't have the intensity to match them, at least when it came to the full starting five. Mitchell Robinson was in foul trouble as well. He didn't even play 20 minutes in this game. I believe he played like 16 or 18 minutes. He had a couple block shots. Didn't really do much when he was out there on the floor. He played bad. He played undisciplined. Foul trouble. Finished with 5 fouls. Jalen Brunson, like I mentioned, got off to a very slow start due to foul trouble. Eventually he picked it up. But yeah, he wasn't great when it came to the first half of this basketball game. Randle, I thought, played his heart out. Evan Fournier, he's going to sometimes hit those big threes in big moments, and I think he's an okay team defender, but he didn't play that great either if you really watch this game. But RJ Barrett's someone that was the most disappointing in this game. RJ Barrett was just absolutely terrible. We know it's RJ Barrett's 4th year in the league, and the honeymoon phase is absolutely over, and it's first game of the season. I'm not going to say he's going to have a shitty season based off of one game, and he has this history of being very bad at the beginning of seasons, but no sugarcoating it. RJ Barrett was absolutely awful, and I kind of gave him the pass when it came to the preseason. Maybe he's not playing as hard, and it's just like maybe he should always go 100% or he should go 100% no matter what. But I was just like, no, we saw what he could be defensively last year. Yes, he had his ups and downs. Like, he had that injury, kind of fell off defensively. But we saw like moments, especially when it came to his second year at one point, and also the third. And also when it came to his third season last year, like stretches when he was healthy, I'm like, oh, he could be a very nice defender for the New York Knicks. Tonight, he was absolutely awful. Preseason, he was awful. He looked undisciplined, his basketball IQ. But the worst thing of all was his offense. He was just awful from the field. He shot 3 of 18 from the field. He was 0 of 6 from 3. He was 5 of 6 from the free throw line, only positive, I guess. 8 rebounds, did pretty solid there. He had 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 11 points. Finished 11 points in this game. Only scored like 2 points, I believe, in that first quarter. And most of his points were at the charity stripe. I'm not going to discredit him for that. I know a lot of guys go to the free throw line. We just hope RJ Barrett bounces back. But I really do hate the people, or I'm not going to say hate the people, hate is a strong word. Like, I'm rooting for RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett is a New York Knick. I hope he succeeds. I hope he's an amazing player. I hope he's a very solid and good player for this franchise. You know, I want what's best for this team. I don't root for anyone to fail. But at the end of the day, this was just an awful game. And he needs to turn it around. The flashes, the stretches, that's over for RJ. Like, he needs to play good basketball. He needs to bounce back from this and have a great game when it comes to our next game, because a lot of people just blame Julius Randle. The reason RJ Barrett, like, I used to be one of those people, like, RJ's getting off to a slow start because of Julius Randle ball stopping. Tonight, that excuse goes out the window. RJ missed open threes, point blank open threes, point blank shots at the basket. One down the stretch only hit the backboard, and it was a quality look. One just wide open, didn't finish it at all. His awareness, his IQ, he took a stupid 3 at the end of the game. You're going to say those wide open threes he missed were on Julius Randle? Those shots at the basket were on Julius Randle? No, he played bad. I know there's RJ Barrett stance on Twitter, but accept it. He had a bad game. You hope he bounces back. I'm rooting for him, but just accept it. He played like crap tonight. There was a moment I'm like, I hope he's not in the game. Like, I just take him out. He doesn't have it tonight. Like, I was getting so frustrated with him. But when your starting lineup is this inconsistent or just that bad in the first half, you have to overcome a lot of adversity, and you need RJ to have that 20-point type of night. You need Brunson to be more consistent throughout the game. And Brunson, I did think at one point, like, we started to come back in this game because Brunson distributing the basketball, making nice reads, his shots started to fall. You saw the hesitations, you know, and Isaiah Hartenstein, I thought, played amazing coming off the bench. I thought his rim protection, I thought his discipline. When it came to his interior rim protection, it got better because when you could say that first half, it kind of wasn't the best in the world. And there was moments I'm like, why is he not rebounding? Like, we would score points, but it didn't matter because we would allow second chance opportunities, and the Grizzlies thrived when it came to second chance opportunities. And when you have a guy like Bane that could shoot it outside of the perimeter, you have John Morant's ability to attack the basket, even though you could say Desmond Bane was off in this basketball game. But Isaiah Hartenstein, beautiful distributing the ball. He found it quickly, cutting back door. Missed shot, though. Quickly was awful. Like, he looks so lost out there on the floor. He takes his stupid shots. I'm not going to give up on Quickly because we know he's a hot and cold player. He's going to have stretches. He's amazing. Or he's going to have a game he pops off, and then he's going to have a game he looks like the worst player in the world. I feel like that's just what IQ is. Just, he's not a point guard. He's not. He's just he's a streaky player. I don't like labeling anyone anything, but that's just what he looks like at this point right now. Again, it's the first game of the season. I know there's going to be an agenda. There's going to be people that screen record this. Yeah, he's probably going to have a good game, or he's going to have stretches. He's going to have bad games as well. Just maybe more bad games than good games. We saw the first half of the season last year. But yeah, Hartenstein, very nice pass to Obi Toppin inside. He was thriving with those push shot floaters. He had a critical, huge and one at the end of the game, knocked down the free throw as well to help us stay in the basketball game. But someone else I want to talk about is Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish, oh my God, did he prove me wrong tonight? Over 20 points, extremely efficient. You look at Cam Reddish's stats, 22 points. He was beast on defense as well. 3 steals, 1 block, 9 of 15 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3. As soon as he checks in the game, electric, great defense, getting up in guys' jerseys. Knocked down a 3 from the outside. And he just hit big-time shots in critical moments as well. Especially that shot when it came to forcing overtime, knocked down a 3 in the corner. We actually got a quality look, and we got a quality look again at the end of the game. But Fournier didn't knock it down, but he had a nice dunk when it came to transition, the Euro step, just his feel for the game throughout this game I loved. And just his ability to have very nice body control and maneuver around the defense. Cam Reddish is one of the main reasons we're in this game. Cam Reddish, Isaiah Hartenstein, Julius Randle, players of the game by far. Derrick Rose came in the game. Thought he made stupid decisions. Like, Derrick Rose had a nice drive to the basket, but he took an unnecessary 3. There was a miscommunication when it came to a pass, so you could say maybe it wasn't fully on him. But when Derrick Rose was out there, didn't play that good. He really didn't, or you could say he kind of played bad. But the true thing is that the New York Knicks didn't have true answers. Like, when the Grizzlies would have these empty trips offensively, or yes, the Knicks were coming back with Julius Randle and one. Julius Randle, huge bucket. Cam Reddish, huge bucket. Hartenstein, key defensive stop. And the Grizzlies would have these stagnant moments when Ja Morant's out of the game. I'm like, this is when you take advantage. The Knicks should have a 5-point lead right now. That's what I'm thinking to myself when we're watching this game. But it's just like, of course, now we have stale offensive possessions or just bad offensive trips. Our offense is just so damn inconsistent. But the New York Knicks fought hard. I'm not a huge moral victory type of guy. We didn't step up on defense. We didn't rebound the ball when it mattered most. We let Tyus Jones, when it came to overtime, hit a huge 3. But then you also take a look at Cam Reddish hit this ridiculous 3. And what was it? 10, 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cam Reddish nails a 3. There's like 3 seconds left in overtime. Or in the fourth quarter, there's still so much time. Ja Morant drives down the lane. Like, this is a tie game. Drives down the lane. Luckily, offensive foul. Because he made the freaking shot. And I almost dropped dead. But overtime, Ja Morant travels, but then Julius Randle, offensive foul. Like, we have a chance, to take the lead here, and it's just like, when they do something bad, we do something bad. Like, we need to change the narrative and make this our game. Just very frustrating. The Grizzlies responded. They played better. We left guys open in critical moments. We weren't physical enough. We weren't good enough. We just weren't. Like, we can't leave guys open outside on the perimeter. That's unacceptable. And we got lucky that Tyus Jones hit a huge 3, but we got lucky when we intentionally fouled to Tyus Jones, missed 2 free throws. We got a nice possession, but Fournier just missed the 3 at the end of the game. But when I'm just looking through my notes here, yeah, you could also say Reddish took a really stupid 3 when it came to overtime as well. Shot we didn't need. But yeah, Tyus Jones missed both free throws, 3-point game, 4 seconds left. He missed the free throws. We had the 4 seconds left. We didn't make the shot. But yeah, Tyus Jones pretty much put it away with 3. Could have put it away even more if he made the free throws. Would have been a 5-point game. Gave us a chance. But yeah, RJ missed a point-blank shot. Cam Reddish had the huge dunk off of Ja Morant's turnover. It was a little too fancy. But another huge play. Ja had a huge chase down block on Jalen Brunson. But I wonder how we would have looked if Julius Randle didn't foul out. But let me know down below your thoughts. Peace out, y'all.